Hi everyone, I got an email this week to say that Milwaukee are coming to town with a truckload of tools, and I like tools. I'm going to take cash, so you know I mean business. Although I just do DIY jobs at home, I have got an annoyance. I've built a massive collection of Makita tools, spent a lot of money, thousands on amassing everything with all the batteries that are the same and everything's compatible. Like this one, we have kicked the bejesus out of this thing. It's got like 1200 Newton meters of torque, and it basically, if a bolt doesn't come off, this will shear it off. It is devastating. And so I've got a load of batteries for this. But this ratchet wrench, every time I buy one, we've had 3 of these now, every single time it breaks and the head no longer turns. Or it turns, but there's not enough force to undo a bolt. Look at that. My fingers are enough to stop that from rotating. No longer useful. It happens to every single one of them that I buy. That's £130 just for the bare unit, not for batteries or case or anything. And I'm annoyed. So if I can't use this to fasten bolts and I have to replace this head every few months, terrible, garbage. Milwaukee do one that is an extended reach and apparently is much more powerful and reliable. I'm going to go and check out this truck. I might be about to start moving my tools from Makita off to Milwaukee as and when they break. Like, I've got a drill up here as well, where the shaft on the drill, see that wobble? So the shaft on the drill is no longer straight and true. So as my tools break, I think I'm going to end up switching to Milwaukee here based on some reviews I've seen online. So I'm going to go check out this truck, but I also want your opinions in the comments. There's a lot of viewers here who are using tools at home. I'd like to know what you're using. Have you had the same sort of problems with Makitas as they age? Do you think Milwaukee's any good? Is it worth me moving away from all of my kit and battery collection and repurchasing everything in Milwaukee? Because again, it's going to be thousands. I don't really want to do that. I want your opinion in the comments down below, and I'm going to go check out this truck. It's going to be painful though, because I've got so many batteries. I've got torch grinder, impact driver, ratchet wrench, blower, reciprocating saw up the top here. There's another one. I just found a sander. My sander is Makita. Everything's Makita. This is a big circular saw thing that runs on twin batteries, and it's Makita, and it's brilliant. I am not wanting to replace everything that I have with Milwaukee, but I am never buying another ratchet wrench from Makita because this little head thing just breaks every single time. So I'm going to go, I need to replace this with a better one, which I'm going to assume is Milwaukee, and I'm going to head over there. Wish me luck. Let's go and see this big truck thing, shall we? We are heading off to go and see Big Red. You have no idea what Big Red is. It is the Milwaukee tool truck. They do a sort of a mobile display where they bring all their, well, it looks like it's basically their full range of tools, so you can get your hands on them and talk to some of the sales managers and so on that deal with these things every day. I am at the Milwaukee Big Red Truck because I need to replace some of my knackered Makita stuff because I'm beginning to get annoyed at how often it breaks. So there's lots of sales reps here, turned up in their vans. They had a very elaborate setup, lots of big screens. They had demonstrations going on the right hand side here. The local reps were firing off nail guns and trying to sell people all these pack out kits. Massive truck, pounding American rock music coming out of it the entire time. Like, I had no idea what half these things, I have no idea what those are, but they had displays for all sorts of tools. Again, more of the pack out kits and some of the chop saws on tables that they were trying to sell. This is what I was here for though. This is the biggest collection in Milwaukee that I'd seen. Tools are clearly used. They've been used for demonstrations and things. This is the first time that I'd got my hands on them, and they had basically one of everything, sometimes 2 of everything. They were quite happy for me to remove things, if I could. But they had all the different connectors and battery types that you could use. This is the first thing I wanted to replace, was a ratchet driver, or a ratchet wrench. So I pulled a few of them out to test. These ones are just going to be too short. All the drill bits and accessories you could ever dream for. Chainsaws. Those run on the big batteries though. Those clamps, like, I've no idea what that even was. Hopefully I never have to replace my angle grinder, but they did have lots of options.
But here's another thing on the floor, whatever that is, no idea. Tell me what that is if you know. And they had terminals so that people could buy stuff there and then, which I did, of course. Mostly it was just tradesmen wandering around, clearly professionals, not just DIY idiots like myself. They had this massive section just for lighting, again mostly which was running off the big batteries, what they call the M18. But I was buying the smaller M12 batteries to be compatible with the drill and the wrench that I ended up buying. They did have smaller lamps which worked on the M12 battery, but hopefully I never have to replace my Makita one. Plus they're cheap, 20 quid for a replacement lamp. Spirit levels for days, I didn't need them. And then this thing, which might have been a space station or a satellite, if you know what that is, then please do tell me, because I have no idea. But overall, very interesting thing to have visited.
2 days later.
Oh no! Oh no, how terrible! Oh dear, I seem to have purchased some tools. Oh no! Oh, what? That came as a total surprise. Who would have thought that turning up with cash, you'd end up with tools? Oh, how terrible. Let's see what we got here. Oh, I seem to have accidentally ended up with a new Milwaukee drill, a charger, and 2 of the big 6 ampere batteries. Oh, and a ratchet wrench. Oh dear. It's the extended reach version. Oh, I don't know how this happened. Let's get a little look here. Oh, what's that? It came with a thing. Oh, it's a little adapter to make it go onto a 1/4-inch drive. I've got thousands of them. Thousands, as we'd say in Scotland, so I can't imagine I'll need that. Right, here's a 6 ampere battery. There is the new thing. So the batteries come in 2, 4, 5 and 6. So I got the 6s, because I might as well go big. So it's got a little torch on the end. 3/8 drive. Way heavier duty construction here than the Makita ones. Everything's fastened together with visible Torx heads. Should I need to deconstruct it, it looks like I won't have to shatter the plastic. I'll just be able to disassemble it using those Torx bits. There's a battery in there, just a little locking feature. Pulled it off. Yay! And it's got speed control. It's got speed control, which is nice. Much longer head. That's like double the length of the other one, so you can really get it in those hard to reach places, which I wanted. I am very, very pleased with that. The charger, it didn't come with a charger. This unit is only sold as a bare body because of the extended reach version. Oh, I'm just looking there, actually, on the side. I don't know if you can see that, but right in here, the fan for ventilation is actually right there. That's probably not great for getting dust into it, but good for ventilation, keep the motor cool. All right, so now I've got the basics. I've got my charger, got the 2 biggest batteries they make. I'll keep this box in my attic just for a while until I make sure it's surviving and I don't have to return it. And let's get a little look at what I have in here also. Milwaukee Fuel, which I believe is just a label for their brushless kit. So it looks like the shells, they must just make these cases pretty standard, and then this shell is just glued into place. So if I bought a second gun, I could fit it in the same case. It's got space for the charger and some spare batteries. This is the FPD2. I know this because I just looked at it. Fuel, brushless, has a hammer drill, light on the front, battery indicator on the side rather than on the battery itself. That's interesting. Does this other one have a battery indicator? Oh, it does. As soon as you use it, battery indicator lights up on the side. So instead of the battery units having that wiring, it's the devices themselves. So there we go. I've now replaced with a drill, which is shorter and lighter, has more torque. Old one, 19,000 RPM. This one, 23,000. Higher torque, faster speed if I need it. Still has the hammer drill. Oh, it's got a little bit holder in it as well, so I can put 2 bits in there. 2 speeds, hammer drill function is just selected on the top there. That I'm very happy with. I'm very pleased with these. I think the guys knew I was spending money as soon as I arrived. I explained my situation with the Makitas. I bought 2 brushless items. This is a much better unit than the one that I'm replacing, so I'm very pleased with that. Longer reach, heavier duty, better motor, more serviceable. The batteries are larger, and I replaced my drill with the wonky shaft while I was there. That got me a charger and a pair of the big 6-amp batteries to get me started on the Milwaukee kit. I'm not convinced that I'll end up replacing everything that I have that's Makita. I'm too invested now in their battery technology and so on. But I really, really like the fact that they have a 3-year warranty on the devices. Makita only have a 1-year warranty. The 3-year warranty was a big factor in my purchasing because compared to the 6-month death of the Makita ratchet wrench, this one's got a 3-year warranty. So I'm very happy. It wasn't cheap, especially for a novice, just a DIY guy. It's a lot of money to spend. But I found the truck was very interesting. The sales team were fantastic. Before they even knew I was buying anything, they were just happy with me wandering around picking stuff up. So I'm very pleased with the team there. Even though I'm just a novice DIY guy, they treated me fairly, they treated me with respect, and I ended up buying a bunch of stuff. So anyway, if you have any questions, comments, let me know if you're using Milwaukee, if you've had similar problems with Makita. Again, I'd love to hear about it. I wonder if I'm the only one. Thank you for watching. Look after one another, make good decisions if you can, and I will see you in another video. Thanks everyone. Bye.